Hey guys, as you can see I have a scale here. I'm reshooting a video I did before on the Calculated Kinetics Paragon grip. I shot it, I had good info in the video, but for some reason the video glitched out a bunch and the image was distorted. So I'm going to redo it, and what I did in the previous video is we checked to see it was safe, physically, visually, and then I weighed the firearm, because what we're trying to do here is add some weight to the firearm. So this comes in at 1 pound, 13.2 ounces, all right? And what the Calculated Kinetics Paragon grip is a steel insert that goes into the grip palm swell, and it just replaces a plastic unit. So this steel runs about 2.3 ounces. It's advertised online as 2.4 ounces, so we're going to hope that that is really 2.399999, because what we want to do is we want to replace the plastic insert and get about 2 ounces out of it. So let's take off the grip, and that's done. You saw me do it, but that's done by twisting this piece at the bottom, pulling straight out, and this is what's called the frame tool. I'll explain a little bit about it in a second. We pull off the back strap, and then we have access to this plastic insert. So I'm going to place this down in a safe direction, and we're going to weigh the plastic insert. The plastic insert comes in at about 0.4 ounces, so very light, and it looks like it. If it's 2.399, we're going to get about 2 ounces out of it. So I'm going to place this down right here because we're going to talk about it. This is the framer's tool, and you can see that comes stock, it has this little piece of metal at the top, and I've had to trim that down. I cut off just a small amount of it. I did it with a hacksaw. I will pull it on screen so you can see, just a generic hacksaw. And what that does is when you put the framer's tool into the firearm, this plastic piece right here houses this metal in that channel in the middle, okay? And so what the clever people at Calculated Kinetics have done is they've removed that channel to get a little bit of added weight by adding more steel. And so that does require you to make a permanent modification to your firearm framer's tool by cutting that off. So now that we've cut that off, it should fit, and I can show you right here. When we insert this in here, it'll go like that, twist, and function. And the way it'll remain captured is that little plastic piece right there. When you pull on it, it won't do anything. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the installation of how it works. So we're doing the reverse, and we're going to insert down first. So this piece right here is going to go down into the grip well. And then this piece slides straight into there, leaving a hole for the back strap. So now we take our back strap, you have this right here, goes into that hole. And then what we're worried about is there's a kind of a slanted edge to both sides of this back strap that fits in a channel on this grip. So we're going to push it in so that it goes and wedges itself into that channel. And then we want to check both sides of the firearm to make sure both sides have wedged in there. And I think I've got it. So what we're going to do is we're going to now take our modified framer's tool and pop it straight in to the bottom and click it over, okay? And you can see it's stuck in there pretty good, not going anywhere. That's what we like. I can move this pretty good. All right, now we're going to weigh it with the insert, and we should be looking, oh, perfect. 1 pound, 15.2 ounces after a little bit of a weight shift there. So even losing the small piece of metal, we are gaining roughly 2 ounces, which is nice. The reason why we would want to do this is because it adds a little bit of weight lower on the grip. And what this does is it makes the firearm sit better in your grip when you're firing. So it might reduce the benefit that you're getting from your light up front, because the light reduces your muzzle flip. So having weight back here is it's kind of like a teeter-totter, right? When there's weight heavy here, it's going to lean down like that. And then when you fire, you're getting the weight reduction or the weight increase up here for the muzzle rise reduction. But now we have some weight over here, so you're losing some of that benefit from the light, but it's going to sit better in your hands and feel just a little bit better and smoother while shooting, ideally. Okay, so because I had to take off my Goon Tape, I typically have some tape wrapped around this grip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show the viewers at home who might not be aware of Goon Tape how to install some and get a nice smooth texture on the grip. So this is Goon Tape. It's kind of like hockey tape, but it's very sticky and smooth. And what we do is we just find the edge just like normal tape. And I believe it's right there. So we're going to pick some of this off and pull it. And then once we get it up, we don't want too much fingerprints on this because ideally we want to have it stick. So what I like to do is I like to ride as high up as possible and start at the front of my grip. And then I like to wrap it around high because I want to cover up as much of that texture as possible here. Okay, I don't care if I'm touching it a little bit, but I just don't want this tearing up my hands when I shoot it a lot. And Goon Tape is really nice because even though it's softer, it still gives you a very good grip on the firearm. So I'm going to wrap it around lower now. And then one more time to get the bottom. And once I'm all the way at the bottom, then I'm going to try to level it out here. And when I cut it, I want it to end where I started, at the front of the grip. So I'm going to wrap it one more go around. And then I want a clean cut. So I'm going to leave that dangling right there. Get out some scissors. And I'm going to snip it right there, which is going to allow the tape to fall. Okay. And then we're going to smooth it out right there. And you can see that now I've got this really smooth, grippy texture, right? I can feel it. It's not going to tear up my hand, and that's nice. So now when I drop the slide, pull the trigger in a safe direction, we've got the frame tool in. Feels good. Not a lot of rattling. Obviously the slide is rattling a little bit, but that's what we do. So now I've got my Goon Tape on. We'll weigh it one more time because Goon Tape's going to add about 0.1 ounces. And there we are, 1 pound, 15 ounces, 0.3. So if you have any questions about the Calculated Kinetics Paragon grips or Goon Tape, drop a comment. I will respond. And thanks for watching, guys.